ain't no hiding.
Jerry, you want me to use what's his name again? Mariota? Shot minus well trade really. I wonder if they switch it after the 90 extra Jordan. What's his name?
Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not around nobody way. We're the ones who started with it. Translation: Yanni had to buy, Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
I wonder what uniforms people have.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now Patterson to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Falcons at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they took the tough loss in the opener, CD, but since then they've rebounded to win 2 straight.
And that's exactly what you want to see from your team early on, how they can bounce back from adversity. The week 1 loss, that absolutely stung. But how about how hard they've worked in the couple of weeks since? And now they're moving back in the right direction.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On second down, Mariota again. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Falcons go for it.
That's on me.
Workout. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
David Njoku got a huge vote of confidence from the Cleveland Browns when they named him their franchise player this past offseason. That has a lot of people expecting a long-awaited big-time breakout from the 6-year tight end, and he comes through with a first down catch on that previous play.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion. To the air yet again, Watson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for...
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Sione Takitaki charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Mariota looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Chubb will score. Touchdown. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Breaking down at the 49. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
7-7, our score after 1. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Fielded just inside the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Ready. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
97. Slide 2.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. The York on now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Falcons 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Dude, what's with Browns niggas and just man blitzing the other day, bro?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Yeah, this shit is so
from the end zone, here comes Williams. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He's doing the same easy shot play on offense too.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Watson. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. On 1st down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Starting the drive with Algier, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, 54 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Watson on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is... There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're within 7 now, 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson now to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson swings this out for Hunt. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On first down, it's Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing again on second down. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at the 31-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Let's go now.
They'll go. It's Patterson. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
back to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ritter's pass complete to Pitts. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Running the counter, Patterson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Arnold Ebiketie picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 30 big ones. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Patterson. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
This one left side, caught by Patterson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Browns drive about to get started. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Watson. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Up the middle, it's Chubb. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Watson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To throw, Watson. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to try and take off with it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Watson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One last throw here for Watson. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the...
Yeah. Turn me up. You lot come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we about to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here. A little quicker. The same man. God handed